So hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss a Leetcode problem of the day, and our problem is find valid matrix given row and column sums. Okay, so basically let's read the problem statement. It's a medium level problem. So basically it's medium level, but I think it's easy to solve and understand. So now let's read the problem statement. You are given two arrays, row sum and column sum. Okay, of negative integers means the both the row sum and column sum, the arrays are positive. The row sum of I is the sum of element in the ith row. Okay, means for example, let's suppose you are given in an row of 1 2 3. So our row sum is what? Sum of the element of the row means it is what? It is 6, and in second row it's 2 4 6, and the second row sum is what? Row sum is, it is equals to 12. So 6 and 12 is the row sum of the rows, and basically the column sum is, our col sum is the sum of the columns. Okay, let's understand it with the help of example. Yes, so basically the column col sum, basically our column sum is equals to what? 3 6 and 9. Okay, it's 3, it's 6, and this the column sum of this is 9. Okay, so basically this was the row sum and column sum. We have to return a 2D array. Okay, basically we have to return a 2D array representing any matrix that fulfill the requirement. Okay, so basically we have to return a matrix whose row sum and column sum matches the given input. Okay, this one. So now let's try to understand it. Wait a minute, let me erase it. Okay, so now let's begin. Our row sum is what? Our row sum is 3 comma 8, and our column sum is 4 comma 7 basically. So how can we solve the problem? Means what is the basic approach? Okay, what does this row sum and column sum mean? So now let's try to understand it. Our row sum is 3 comma 8. So the sum of the two rows, okay? The sum of the two rows is what? 3. The first row is, wait a minute. Yes. The sum of first row is 3 and the sum of second row is 8. And similarly, the sum of first column is 4. Okay. And the second column is, it is 7. Okay. So this is the basically the explanation. So what kind of matrix is there whose row sum is 3? Means the sum of the first row is 3. Okay. So it is basically the first row is 3 comma 0. Okay. Basically 3 plus 0 is equals to 3 only. So we have got our first row sum. Okay. But basically our column sum is 4. So we need to add 1 to it. So 3 plus 1. Okay. 3 plus 0 equals to what? 3. And 3 plus 1 equals to 4. Okay. So we have got our first row sum and first column sum. So basically we have got 1 in our second row. So what we should add to 1 so that it will be 8? We must add 7 to it. So that 7 plus 1 equals to 8 and 0 plus 7 equals to 7. So 7 plus 1 equals to what? 8, and 0 plus 7 equals to what? It is equals to 7. Okay. And basically there is another approach also through which, means another, it can have multiple answers. Okay. So basically it will be, our first row sum is what? 3. So 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Okay, it is basically 3. Wait a minute. Yes, it is basically what? 3. And it is basically 8. This is 4 and this is 7. So basically we have got our first row sum means 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Okay, we have got our first row sum. Now in one first column we have 1 in the first row. So how much we need to add to it so that we will get 4 as our answer. So 1 plus 3 equals to what? 4. Okay. So we have got our second row first element. So what we should add in the second column so that we will get 7. So 2 plus 5 equals to what? 7. 2 plus 5. So basically 2 plus 1 equals to 3 we are getting. 3 plus 5 equals to 8 we are getting. Also 1 plus 3 equals to 4 we are getting. And 2 plus 5 equals to 7 we are getting. So basically a single question can have multiple answers. So we have to return any one of them. It can have this also, it can have this also. So it can have multiple kinds of answers. So now let's try to understand it with the help of another example. Okay. Yes. So this is the basically the our another example. We have been given row sum as 5, 7 and 10 means the sum of the first row is what? It is 5, then it is 7 and then it is 10. Wait a minute. 5, 7, 10. And second is our column. Sum is what? 8, 6 and 8. It is 8, 6, 8. Okay. So basically our column sums are what? The column sum for this is 8. For this is 6. And for this is 8. Means it must be 8, 6 and 8. Okay. Similarly, our row sum. Our row sum will be in this. For this it will be 5. For this it will be 7. And for this it will be 10. Means the sum of the three element must be 5, 7 and 10 of each row. Of each subsequent row. Okay. Let me make it in another box. It will be more easier for you to understand. Yes. So basically, now what will be our first element? Okay. Our pointer is at what? Our pointer is at 5 and 8. Means this is 5 and this is 8 basically. So how much element we should add so that we will get our means row sum as 5 and column sum as 8. Okay, so let it make it 0, 5, 0. Okay, it is better. So we have got it as 8, 6, 8. So now we are remaining with what we are remaining. Let me erase it. Yes. So first of all, I have taken 0, 5, 0. Okay, it is 0, 5, 0. So basically our uh, for this column sum is 8. For this column sum is also 8 because 0. Okay, but we have got 5. So 6 minus 5 is what? 1. Our column sum remaining is 1. And our row sum here is it is become 0 because 5 has already come. Okay, and it is 7 and it is 10. Okay, so now in second row, what we should add to it become 7. Okay, so let it be 6, 1 and 10. For example, let it be 6, 1 and 10. So in this uh, you have got what? You have got 7 as our row sum means 6 plus 1 7, so let it make it 0. Also you have got 6 as our column sum, so 8 minus 6 let it be 2, let make it 2. It has become 0 and it has become now 2 because 8 minus 6 is 2. Also we have got 6 1 as our new answer, so we'll remove this one. Okay, and it will be what? It will be 0. Now we have got all our column sum, all our row sum. Now it's remaining the last one. So our last one will be what? Let it be 208. Okay. So basically we have got 2 here. So this will be just cancel it out. Okay. The 2 at the upper side means our column sum. Means our column sum will be just cancelled out. Okay. It will become just 0. Because we have got 2 at last. Also we have got 8 at last. Okay, so now our column sum will also become 0. Okay, it has become 0 now, and it's 8. Also 2 plus 8 is what? It is equals to 10. We have got 10 also here. We have got 10 also. Okay, so our row sum will also become now 0. Means we have got all our row sum and column sum as 0. So basically, this is our answer: 050, 610, and 208. So basically, this matrix will be our answer. So it can have basically multiple answers. Okay, it can have basically multiple answers. So now let's try to understand that this question. Okay, that the second example, what answer it may have. Okay, so now let's try to understand it. Where is the another matrix? Yes, basically it may have what kinds of answer. Let me think. First of all, let me write the code here. Yes, it is 5, 7, 10. 5, 7, and 10. And this is basically 8, 6, and 8. Okay, I don't know, it's bad weather today, so that's why it's lagging too much, the network connection. But it's okay. You can fast forward the video. 8, 6, and 8. Okay, we have got it. So now, what will be the another example? So basically, we have 5 as our row term. So it could be 500. Let's suppose it could be 500, 500. So basically here we have got our full row sum as 5. Okay, means it is a 5 plus 0 plus 0, which is equals to what? Which is equals to 5 only. So basically we have got our full row sum here. Okay, so now let's erase it and make it 0 because we have got our row sum here. And our column sum, it has become 8 minus 5 equals to 3. Our column sum is now 8 minus 5 equals to what? 3. So it is basically now 3. Okay, so now next one. What we should add to the matrix so that it will become 7. It will maybe 2 comma 5, 2 or plus 5 equals to 7. So but 2 plus 5 equals to what? 7. But it's not satisfying this 3. So it can be 3 comma 4, means 3 plus 4 equals to 7. Okay. So it is, let's make it 3 plus 4 equals to 7. So we have got this 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 equals to what? 7. So it satisfies the condition. Means the row sum is also now it is equals to 0. And our column sum is also now equals to 0. Because we have got 3 here. So it will be 0. Okay. So now we are moving to the last row. But wait a minute. We have got 4 here. We have got 4 here as our answer. Okay. So we must subtract 4 from it. Means 6 minus 4 equals to what? 2. So it will be 2 here. Okay. 2 left with us. Now let's move on to our last row. What we should add to the matrix so that it would become 10. Maybe 2 comma 8, because here it is 2 comma 8. So let's make it 2 plus 8 equals to 10, and let's make it 0 here. Okay. So it is now 0 to 8, which is equals to what? 10. So just subtract it. Okay. And now just make it 0. Okay. So now at last we have got all our row sum and column sum equals to 0. Means we have got our correct matrix. So it is now 500, 340 and 028. Also we have got two answers here. It may be have another answers also. Okay. So this was the first one and this was the second one answer. So now let's try to understand the approach. What approach we will use here to solve the problem statement. Okay. So basically, first of all, we will create a matrix of 0, comma 0. We will just create a matrix of 0, comma 0. Wait a minute. Let me erase this one. Okay, first of all, I am trying to make a matrix of 0, comma 0. Okay, let's understand it with the help of code also. It will be more easier for you to understand. Okay, I will run the code in both C++ and Python, so don't worry about it. Okay. I will be running both codes simultaneously after the full explanation. So let's make it matrix equals to what? Let's create a zero matrix. Okay, 0 into length of our column sum, length of column sum for, let's suppose, k in range, for k in range, length of row sum. Okay, so in this line I have created a 0 comma 0 matrix, means this 0 means this matrix I have created here. Okay, in the screen as you are able to see, this one I have created. Okay, this 0 matrix. So basically what I mean to do with the 0 matrix. Okay, what I am trying to do with this 0 matrix, let's understand. Okay, so I will first of all run a for loop. First of all, I will run a for loop, means doing the iteration for I in range length of row sum. Then for j in range length of column sum. Okay, I have iterating means I am iterating through both rows and columns. Okay, this for I in range lane of row sum means I am iterating through both the rows and the columns. Let me zoom it. Okay, yes, now it's more clear to understand. Means I am iterating through each element from rows and columns. This one, okay. So for this I have used the two for loops for the iteration process. Then what we have to do? Then I am creating a, for example, a value equals to minimum of row sum of I, comma, column sum of j. Okay, so I have created a value to minimum of both row sum and column sum. So what does it mean? What does it mean here? So now let's try to understand it. Okay, with the help of the example, the second example. Okay, so now basically I have taken the matrix here and our let's make it our example. Yes, so basically I have taken our second example. This one row sum 5 comma 10. Okay, 5 7 10 and column sum is 8 6 8. Okay, so this example I am taking here so that it will be more easier for you to understand. So now let's begin. First of all, we are having a matrix this 0 comma 0 here. Okay, we are having a matrix 0, all zeros here. So now our for example, let me make a text here. Yes, so this is our row sum and this is column sum. So first of all, at matrix 0 comma 0, okay, means at matrix 0 comma 0, this one. So at this matrix 0 comma 0, we are iterating means our first row means first row and first column. Our row sum is what? It is 5, sorry, it is 5 here. Our row sum is 5 and our column sum is what? 8. So basically we are our row sum of our row sum of I and our column sum of j is what? 5 comma 8. So we are finding the minimum of 5 comma 8. Wait a minute. Yes. So this is basically the minimum of 5 comma 8. So our 0 comma 0 element will be what? It would be 5. So let's add 5 to it. Yes, I have placed it here. Okay. So let's add 5 to it because our 0 comma 0 element will be 5. Okay, so I have for 0 comma 0 we are adding 5 here. Okay. So now second one. Now we will do what? We have got 5 in our row sum. We will make it what? 0 and it will be 8 minus 5 equals to what? 3. So now let's decrement the values. Okay. Now let's decrement the values in our code so that it will go on on decreasing row by row and column by column. Let's decrement the value and similarly the column sum. Sum minus decrement it by value. Okay, means it has been decremented by 5. And let's initialize our matrix of I comma j, means this matrix I have given in the whiteboard. The I means the row and the j means the column, equals to what? It is equals to value, means I have put the value in the, means put the 5 in the matrix. Okay, so I have decremented here. So now our next one, our next is matrix of 0 comma 1, matrix of 0 comma 1. Let me erase it. Yes, so this is now our matrix of 0 comma 1. Now we have moved forward. So our row sum here is what? 0. Okay, our row sum is 0 and our column sum is what? Our column sum is 6 here. As you are able to see, our row sum is 0 and our column sum is 6. So minimum of 0 comma 6 is what? It is equals to 0. So we'll add 0 here. Okay, similarly here 8. Minimum of 0 comma 8 is what? It is equals to 0 only. Similarly, minimum of 0 comma 8, it is equals to what? 0 only. So we have got 500. Okay, as our first row. Now we are moving on to the second row. Okay, we are moving on to the second row. So now place it here only. Yes, I have put it here. Okay, now we are moving on to the second row. Okay, means our matrix is what? 1 comma 0. Okay, our matrix is now 1 comma 0. Wait a minute. Yes, this is our 1 comma 0 matrix, as we are able to see. So now our row sum is what? Our row sum is now 7. Okay, it's 570. Okay, as you are able to see, it's 5710. Sorry, it's 5710 and 868. Okay, this is 3 basically. This is 3. Okay, so now in second row, our means 1 comma 0 element. Our row sum is what? 7 and our column sum is what? 3. So basically minimum of 3 comma 7 is what? It is 3 only. So basically we will add 3 over here. Okay, we will just add 3 over here, as you are able to see. Wait a minute, I think it's lagging. Okay, so now it is 3. So our column sum will be what? 7 minus 3 equals to what? 4. And we will just cancel out this 3 and now it has become 0. Okay, our first column sum has become now 0 over here. Okay, and row sum is what? 4. So we have completed our first column. Okay, now let's move on to second one. Means 1 comma 1, matrix of 1 comma 1. This element is 1 comma 1. This element is basically the 1 comma 1. Let me erase these zeros. Okay, yes, basically this element as you are seeing, this is 1 comma 1, 500, and this is now 3. Okay, so 1 comma 1 element is here, and the column sum the column sum here is what? 6 over here, and the row sum the row sum you're able to see that it is 4 now. Okay, 6 and 4. So now basically minimum of 6 and 4. Basically the minimum of 6 and 4 is what? Let's see. The minimum of 6 and 4. It is equals to what? It is equals to 4 only. So basically our next element is what? 4. Okay. Our next element is 4. So our row sum will become decrement by 4. So it will become what? It will become 4 minus 4 equals to what? It will become 4 minus 4 equals to 0. Now our column has added with the 4. So our column sum will also decrement by 4. So it will be becoming 6 minus 4 equals to what? 2. It will become 2 over here. Okay. So we have got 3, 4 in our okay matrix. So now let's move on to another element. It has become 3 comma 4. And this is now let's move on to forward. Okay. Next one, next 0. Okay. So it is now matrix of 1 comma 2. So basically the column sum is what? 8 over here, and the row sum has become basically 0 over here. Our row sum is become 0. So minimum of basically 0 comma 8. Minimum of 0 comma 8 is what? 0 only. So our basically the next element will be 0 over here. As you are able to see, it will be 0. Okay, and our column sum is what? 8 over here, and it is 10 over here. So now our we have now 2 and 8, 0 to 8 as our column sums, and 10 as our row sum. So basically 2 plus 8 is equals to what? It is equals to 10 only. So we will add just 2, 8. Okay, this is 2 which has become now 0, and here 8. So it has become 0 now, and 0 over here only. So 2 plus 8 is has become what? 10. So it will also become 0 over here. So this basically we have got our new matrix 500, 340, and 028. Okay, now we will just do what? We will just return our matrix. This was the basic explanation of finding the matrix by using minimum of each value. Now it's time to return the original matrix. Okay, now let's try to run the code. It's giving some runtime error for decrementing equals to list. Row sum, it's giving some error. Let's see. Decrementing equals to list. Row sum of I. Sorry, I have made a mistake over here. Row sum of I means the ith element of each row. Okay, really sorry guys. Means the ith element of each row. Now it's perfect. Means the ith and the jth element of each row. Okay, this ith and jth element. This one. Okay, as you are able to see. Now let's try to one time run the code. Let's me make it full screen. Yeah, basically our code is being accepted here. Now let's try to submit it. So basically guys, it's being accepted here and its runtime is given here. Okay. So this was the Python code basically. And now let's move on to our C++ code also. Let me minimize the screen, make it go there and zoom in the code. Okay, this is basically the Python code. Now see the difference between the C++ code. Okay, it would be a bit longer, but it's okay. We will manage out. So now let's begin our C++ code. First of all, we will add include. Okay, we will include hash include vector and algorithm here. Hash in, wait a minute. Yes. So we will include first of all vector over here. Hash include vector. Then we will include hash include algorithm. Okay, I have added it here. Now using our class solution public vector int restore matrix. Yes. Now initialize means num rows as our rows size of the row sum and num columns is equals to size of our column sum. Okay. So now let's initialize int num rows equals to what row sum dot size. Then similarly in num calls equals to what size of our columns. Num call equals to call sum equal call sum dot size. Okay, as you are able to see. Now we'll create a matrix over here. Zero matrix of 0 comma 0. Okay, as you are able to see this line in Python over here. This line I've created. Yes, as you are able to see this line. Now I'm creating another vector over here. 0 comma means matrix containing all elements as 0 means the value is 0. So let's create vector. All the elements basically are what integers. Okay, vector int matrix matrix of num rows comma vector int of num calls comma 0. Okay, basically we have initialized our matrix over here. Matrix of sorry yes, now it's okay. Matrix of num rows matrix containing all 0 elements I have been created here. Now let's move forward. Okay, so first of all, as in Python, we will run a two for loops. We will run two for loops for iterating the each element. Okay, this here over here. So for int I equals to 0. Okay, for int I equals to 0, I smaller than and num rows, comma plus plus I. Then another for loop for num columns. Okay, num rows and num calls. For int j equals to 0, I smaller than num calls and then plus plus j. Okay, now we are initializing our int value. Value equals to what? Minimum of row sum of I and column sum of j. Okay, now int value equals to what? Minimum of what? Row sum of j and column row sum of I and column sum of j. Let me copy it from here only. Okay, minimum of row sum of j and column sum of I. Okay, I've initialized it here, the value here. Now we will make the matrix of I comma j equals to value. This matrix of I comma j equals to value. It's similar here over here. Yes, I have initialized the matrix over here. Now row sum of I minus decrement the row sum and column sum by values. Over here, yes. Now I have decremented it by values. Let me give some spaces so that it would be more easier for you to understand. Yes, I have now given spaces to understand. Now we are at last at the code of our code. Now at last just return the matrix over here. Yes, now we have returned our matrix. So basically this was our C++ code. Okay, and this was basically our Python code. As you are able to see, both are similar over here. Okay, just both are similar. Nothing difference over here. We have got a runtime error as address head buffer in address. I think we have created a mistake over here. Row sum of I, column sum of j, int value equals to minimum. What mistake we have done here? Let me read the whole. Let me maximize the screen. Error heap buffer overflow on address. Int value equals to minimum of row sum and column sum of j. Num rows. Yeah, everything is fine over here. Why it's giving the error, I don't know. Yeah, it's basically giving the runtime error over here for this only, the J. Now let's try to run the code. Yeah, it's giving correct output. So after many runtimes, it's getting accepted.